of making a comic. Firstly, I want to apologise for not posting yesterday. I promise you it wasn't my fault. I was halfway through my video and my phone crashed. I do all my filming for this on my phone because it's just easy and I can just upload it on the fly. But apparently my phone decided it had reached its maximum storage, which was absolute bullcrap, and I tried to fix it and there was no way around it. So I ended up having to reset my entire phone, pretty much a whole hard reset. So I pretty much lost everything on there. I did manage to save some photos and stuff, but yeah, the iPhone apparently has this recently deleted folder that, even though you feel like you've deleted everything, it still lingers around for like a month or more. So all the videos I've done in the past month just piled up and filled up my phone. Once I got to that point, it must have corrupted a file and it just thought it was full constantly. I think I deleted over 1,000 photos and videos and still it thought it was taking up the maximum amount. So unfortunately I just had to bite the bullet this morning and just do a hard reset. So that's what happened yesterday, which is a total bummer, but there we go. So apologies if there's a new video intro to this. There probably will be, I don't know. I'm gonna have to redo the whole thing again. I had a nice little template going, but thank you, Apple. So moving on to day 14, catching up for you. I finally finished all of my page layouts. I feel like calling them layouts is the wrong word, but they're not thumbnails, but they still lay out the book. So anyway, I remember I showed you that I'd done, I think, up to 8 or 9 pages. I finally finished it. They're all there. 24 pages altogether. The first page doesn't really count because it's technically a blank page, but overall, for the way it'll lay it out in the book, there's 24 pages there. So I'm stoked that I finished that. And at the same time I finished that, I was sort of in the mojo. I was also talking to Ox. If you guys don't know him, check out his YouTube page. I'll try and put a link. I remember to put a link down in the video, in the description below. He's working on a book as well at the moment. He's got a trade coming out for Kickstarter very soon as well, which I'm very excited to back. So go check him out and support him. He's on some amazing stuff. But yeah, we were talking about production of the book and how it's going to look and things. And I just had some ideas I wanted to throw around with someone, and he was there, and he was the perfect guy to talk to about it. So I was talking about how technically this is going to be a single issue book, but I don't want it to be in a floppy format. I really want it to be in a trade. And 24 pages isn't going to cover that. But I've had ideas of maybe actually putting a short story in the book, as well as putting all my concept art and such in the back of the book. Originally I wanted to do the companion, but I think I can just do it all in the one book and have it as one big thing, you know, sort of like, you know, one of these guys, nice and thick. Maybe not that thick, that's a big one. So yeah, that's where I got, and after that, there's some stuff around here. Yeah, there's not much there. That was me just roughing out the idea of page counts, how many pages the story's going to be, how many pages I want for concept art, and at this stage I've got up to 46 pages. I could probably continue on with that with the amount of concept art that I've been doing. We'll see how that goes, but that's definitely going to be enough to allow me to do a small trade issue, I think. As long as it's perfect bound, I think, really at the end, as long as it's perfect bound, I'll be pretty stoked. And I think it'll be a better quality book as well for you guys when it's done. So on to day 15, I got a fair bit done, having all my layouts and everything done now. It's time to start world building. This will definitely help me do my thumbnails a little bit quicker, knowing what the environment's going to look like, what the cities are going to look like, and etc, etc. The character design's all done. So what I was doing, now I was doing a bit of research because in my head I've got a really cool idea of what I want the world to look like, but I'm really struggling getting it onto paper. And for any of those of you who've played it, is it Bioshock? Bioshock had a really cool concept to it, and I was trying to figure out what the word was for it, and pretty much the idea of back in the 50s, what they envisioned the future to look like. And I did some research, and it was such a simple name, retrofuturism. So I was doing some research on retrofuturism, which nicely coincides with the books that I showed you guys the other day as well. Again, that was all sort of why I bought it. You know, it sort of mixed with the ideas I had in my head. So I was just playing around with some ideas for what the city's going to look like there. I don't know if you can see that, it's pretty light pencils. It's really rough stuff. A lot of it was just sort of taking from what I'd seen on Google and just drawing them to get a feel for it, get a feel for how I'll go about drawing them and how they'll look like in my style. So that was cool. And then on top of that, I've been watching some more Jake Parker videos, going back and re-watching his launching the Kickstarter videos. And as he was writing notes, I was writing notes too in my little Kickstarter diary. So I haven't forgotten about this guy. And this, in one particular video, he was talking about your Kickstarter pitch, how you're going to pitch it to the audience to convince them, you know, why they should help me. And it was really interesting. I've always been the kind of guy to, I've always told my friends the opposite, but I kind of hate asking people for help, especially when it comes to, you know, finances. Whereas my friend Matt, at the moment, he's got a Kickstarter running, and I'm telling him to go ask everyone for help. It doesn't matter who, like tweet famous people and this and that. And Jake was talking about, you know, it's okay to ask people for help. It's okay to be upfront to say, I need your help, I need your money to do this thing that I want to do, as long as it's a product that they're going to want. And you know, it makes you feel like a real person. It's a humbling thing. So definitely recommend watching those videos. But yeah, I learnt a lot watching that, and taking notes as well is important. Otherwise it just goes in one ear and out the other. So I can always look back on that, rewatch the videos while I'm looking at my notes as well. So by the time it does come to the Kickstarter, I've got plenty of reference there, so I don't forget the ideas I originally had. Anyway, so that's day 15. Things are going well. I'm currently in the middle of doing a concept piece. Sort of had a bit of a struggle day, working on some commissions, and I just sort of felt really down that I wasn't doing what I wanted to do. So I took a break, started sketching out a concept piece for the book, which I think will probably end up being used towards the Kickstarter as well. And it really reinvigorated me. I felt awesome doing it, knowing that, you know, this is something that's going towards my project, my love, and something that will eventually be a physical, yeah, something physical that, you know, other people can hold on to and read and enjoy, which is why I want to make this book. So I'm going to get back to that. I'll post some snippets of it later for you. I've still got to get back to the Patreon video. I just realized that's what I was talking about in the video that got deleted yesterday. I'm also working on a Patreon video to go up, just to explain to people what that's all about as well. So I'll be doing some editing on that tonight. Not sure I'm happy with the video that I did. Luckily this was before my phone crashed, so I did manage to get some of it. So I'll probably re-record it, I don't know. You'll see it when it goes up anyway. Anyway, have a great night guys. I'll catch you tomorrow for day 16. Bye.